La 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 la. Ba 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 rain. Baba rain. Take my hand. Rocking and a rolling, rocking to the rhythm, Baba rain. Ba 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 rain. Ba 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 rain. Do 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 want to do. Ba 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 rain. Ba 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 rain. Baba rain. Take my hand. Rocking to the rhythm, rocking to the right. Oh, hey, Blue Eyes, how are you? I know I ain't right in the head, people. I have fun though. Linky Stinky. Okay, okay, Santa Claus wannabe. Uh, Rocking in the rhythm, rocking to the rhythm. Well, there's Patriot. Hey, Patriot, welcome back.
Booyah!
Oh yeah, there's a Slash. He's back too.
The fuck? Stop singing. Stop singing.
Ba ba
Yeah.
ba 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 Barrett.
Stop
Ba ba ba
singing.
ba ba
Don't.
Barrett. Ba Barrett. Take my hand. Rocking to the
Dude,
rhythm.
you're
Rocking.
literally gonna get copyright strike by the fucking people. Come on, man.
Not
What
when
the
I'm
fuck is
singing
wrong
it
with you?
myself. They can't.
Oh God, no! You sound horrible. I would come out of the grave and beat you, man, for that. What the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you?
The
Jeez.
same thing that's wrong with you. The
When he
same
figures
thing that's
out,
wrong
he'll
with
give you a
Jason.
call. When he figures
Yeah,
out, he'll give you a call.
yeah.
At least I ain't going. How'd that go? La 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 la.
Is Peachy coming back, or she maybe she got her dinner and she's gonna go back
She
eat?
might. She
She'll be
might.
back a bit. She'll be back later, I guess. I don't know.
M I
Can't tell.
C
But, yeah,
K
nobody
E
likes us
Y
right here.
M O
Everybody hit the
U.
like button. How many people do we have?
Right now we got a grand total of 5.
Got blue
Wow!
eyes.
And we only got. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Here you go. Boom. I hit my thumbs up. I'm sorry. I missed that.
Let's see here. Okay.
Come on, Patriot. Did you not put the thumbs up?
Yeah, I did before you.
Yeah.
Fuck
So
you.
there.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. Blue Eyes did, I bet you. Bet you Blue Eyes did it.
I was number 3.
Number 3. I'm on back pedal. Oh, I got number 4 now, so I'm not on back pedal. I'm on fast pedal.
Say, who should get bitched at? You're number 4. I was number 3. I did before you.
No, no, you're right. You're right. I should get bitched at for it. You're right. You got me on that one. You got me on that one.
Don't make me come
Wife
up here
says
and
she
steal
loves
your
you,
wife.
wondering how you. The wife was wondering how you're doing, and you and your wife.
Not too bad. We're doing our thing and telling the people around here to go pound sand because I ain't wearing a mask and all that good stuff.
Hey, I'm doing the same thing pretty much.
But you guys are all doing good.
Had a detective come by here. I think it was today, seeing if I was working. I was working.
Yeah.
What? Who?
There's a couple of detectives around here that feel that they have to go out and bother working people, and a couple of cops went up to him up just up the road here. A guy's got a barber shop underneath his house, and So we got a report that you're still activating or still running your business. He says, yeah, and I'm going to keep on doing it too. Well, here's how we give a verbal warning the first time, then we come out, we give you a written warning, and then we start the ticket process. And they never got that much out. And then next thing you know, today they had state lawmakers out front of his business with the news crews telling them basically to pound sand or we're going to stay busy. As a matter of fact, excuse me, he while he was standing there, he hired 4 guys to cut hair in the thing there. So, excuse me. So who knows what's going to happen?
Awesome. Hey, Steve Meiser.
What's up, Steve?
But that's fucking awesome. I'm glad. I'm so, I'm really proud of the citizenship of this state here, because very few of these citizens are fucking letting this shit get to them, and they are not letting get them down or anything else. It's fucking Wolf that's the problem, and been the problem here.
They're fighting back, Tammy. Everybody's fighting back. Different places across the United States, I can see it. Even in Canada, people are fighting back in certain areas.
It's time. It's time. Hey, G-Mom, Pam.
It's time.
It's time for this shit to end. It's gotten stupid.
Stupid is what stupid does, and that's what the stupid is the government. Yep. It doesn't matter if it's the United States or Canada. It's the same fucking thing.
Hey, G-Mom. Okay. Yeah, we had a meeting with my boss today, just after my call with the attorneys. She's saying that it looks like the schools are starting to plan for the next school year. They talked about bringing in extra buses. So instead of having 2 to 3 kids in a seat, they would have maybe one or two in a seat, that type thing, and something about putting something up.
Hey, Ottertron.
For the bus drivers, so we don't get breathed on and all this other stuff.
Okay, Patriot. It's probably going to be a splash guard that you can walk around and open up on a hinge. So it's going to open up on a hinge, you'll be able to get in. But the thing is, you probably only have about what? If you stagger them each way on a bus, you get what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I got a 72 passenger bus.
Yeah, we'll split that in half, and there you go. That's what you're going to be allowed to have with quarantine.
Yeah, but I can't imagine DOT regulations the way they are. They're not going to allow any kind of cage around the bus driver. I imagine we're going to have to wear gloves. I imagine we're going to have to wear face masks,
that's
stuff like that. But as far as I'm concerned,
to answer your question, Ottertron, I don't believe Slash is saying get rid of for the government. He's saying get rid of the people that are in the government now and replace them with people that would work for us.
I didn't see the comments. What's the comments?
Ottertron asked if you were saying
get rid of the government.
I think he's saying get rid of the people that ain't working for the people in the government that ain't working for the people they're supposed to be working.
There are people working in the government that actually do well. I mean, up here we do. We have a different government. You guys got to remember that. I mean, we're talking about a Canadian government versus the United States government.
You're right, Steve Meiser. You're right, Steve Meiser.
I mean, I'm not trying to say, ours is better than yours or yours is worse than ours or anything. Right?
They got you, Margaret.
I mean, we're all in the same fucking boat right now. I mean, if you think about it, we're all in the fucking same boat.
You're right, Steven Meiser.
I just want all my friends in the United States and across the world, and everybody else that's in chat, everybody to be safe. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Trying to be a human being.
Well, I excuse me. I was researching my medical records today, and I don't see anything in there that said that I've ever had the flu.
There you go. There you go.
And if you never had the flu, then you never had the flu. There you go. You never had a sniffly nose?
I've always got one of those. Matter of fact, I got a
Might be right,
video
Autotron there.
video conference with my doctor coming up here to see what I can do about it.
Yeah, okay. I know what that is too. I know.
I mean, I cut grass all the time, so you're talking allergies.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're talking about allergies. What you're talking about?
Then it becomes a
Exactly.
habit and all this other crap. It drives me nuts, and I know that it drives other people nuts when I'm on panels.
You should start saying that it drives your grass nuts.
Not a
Those are
damn
lot
one
more
of them.
funnier.
Not a
Grass
damn
nuts
one
is
of
a
them,
lot
Steve
funnier.
Measure. He says, who thinks their government respects our rights or recognizes any legitimate or moral limits to their power? Not a
No,
damn.
if I fucking challenge my government right now, you know what would happen? Nothing. I'd be fucking smashed. I'd be taken down. I'd be hauled to jail, and that's it.
No.
There is no
Rooster Slash and Jason Goddard are two different people, Rooster. I promise you.
Yeah, you definitely got us completely mixed up. Hell, Jason's ugly and I'm uglier. It's the way it works. Damn, you definitely don't know who we are.
Sorry, guys, I'm texting with Metalhead, and I think he's.
Metalhead, tell that little fucker one thing. He
I think
better
he's trying
fucking
to.
text me or I'm gonna turn off his fucking antivirus.
All right, hold on here.
Tell him I'm being serious because I will turn off his antivirus. I can turn off his antivirus.
Slash said that
He
he
better get on this panel right
wants
now, even for a minute.
your body. I'm putting out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, no,
It's
don't
already
even
did.
go there.
Already did
Seriously,
it, man.
dude. No, fuck
it's
you, asshole.
it's gone.
Fuck you. Fuck you,
Yep.
PD.
Slash
You're a
says,
fucking
yep.
asshole. Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you, PD, in the boat with me and on.
Right,
Let's see.
Autotron.
Fuck you, asshole.
What did
You
he
get
say?
your ass up here, fucking little Megatron.
Yeah, wait.
You know what I'm gonna start calling Metalhead from now on? How about we call him Little Megatron? Little Megatron from Transformers, like this. Little Megatron.
Metalhead.
Rooster says, Slash, are you cross between 10th Man and Jason?
Metalhead.
No, I
Slash.
am nothing like 10th Man, and Jason is nowhere near 10th Man. 10th Man is his own thing.
Slash.
Enough said.
Hey, Rat Rod.
Metalhead. He said he wants you to.
Metalhead, you don't want me
There.
to show all the messages
Damn.
I have, do you, Metalhead? Do you really want me to show you all the messages? Do you want me to turn my camera on and actually show all the messages, Metalhead? Sorry, Patriot, I'm going to cut you off, but I want to see what Metalhead says. Do you really want me to actually turn on the fucking camera and show all the text messages I've got? You really don't want to, do you? Not to mention all the audios. You really don't want to fucking do that, do you?
Yes, Autotron, you are so true with that.
Anyway, enough said. I'll mute myself. Sorry about that.
Hold on.
What I'm trying to say is,
Dude, he likes you.
What the fuck are we listening to?
It's Muskogee Creek Stomp Dance. If you got a problem with it, goodbye. That's my religion.
No,
Hold on.
no. I just didn't understand who was. I
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
understanding what I was hearing.
Yeah, you're hearing
I'm sorry,
Muskogee
Tammy. You
Creek
know
like
I don't mean that.
No, what's
that song right there is asking God to put His hands on us and to guide us. Is what that song's saying.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Tammy. I did not understand. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
yeah? He's trying to. What he's trying to do? He's trying to take his phone and connect it to his TV so he can view while he's on his phone on a panel. He can view it on the big TV like I do.
Oh, okay. Come on, Slash. You can talk. It's okay. You do. Yeah, I know. It's all good.
I'm still just digesting that. It's not really something I really like to digest. I mean, that's just disgusting.
What did you just digest?
You talking to me. Not to mention, you got your fucking titties showing. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, now I got
Talk
my
about
titties
serious-
showing.
Oh,
Now I got my titties showing.
Tammy, come on. Like, seriously? Seriously, dude?
Poor Tammy, he's got that done right.
Fuck, poor Tammy. Fuck, man. Poor Slash. What the fuck?
Poor
I can't
Slash.
see for 24 hours. You fucker.
You're right, like right. Smash.
Fuck. The fuck is your malfunction, dude? The fuck?
Oh, you just like that, Slash?
No. I don't even know what you're doing, but I can hear you, but I don't know what you're doing. Fuck. I got a 4 fucking K TV and I can still not see you. You fucking destroyed my eyes.
Slash, I got another message from Metalhead for you. He said he's getting earbuds so he can hear you better.
Yeah, metal bud. Yeah, metal bud. Oh, we should call him metal bud now.
And he
Metal
says,
bud.
he also says now he can hear you scream his name better.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Little bitch.
I just bet he did getting the earbuds. He did say that's true. But
See, the thing is, he's got to get the earbuds. You notice how he never had the earbuds before? Anybody remember when he never had earbuds before and he had problems?
He had that big headset. Looked like he was on some space station.
And then he had to put them on his wife and then scream into the microphone to talk to her about sex. See, Metalhead can't do anything.
Okay, we're sharing too much.
No, that's what Metalhead said. You just come on, Metalhead. Tell me the difference of that. Get in chat. I know you're listening, little bitch. I love you.
Slash.
I do. I love Metalhead. He just needs to stop talking through third party and let's just talk straightforward.
Panel.
I love you, brother. Not to mention that message you sent me earlier, Metalhead. Would you like to explain that to everybody else? I'm not going to say nothing unless you actually come on here and actually ask me and say I can say it.
Agree.
okay, then, Mac, I'll be signing out here in a couple of minutes.
He says he can't because he's using up his data.
Yeah, he doesn't have his full internet right now. He doesn't have his internet.
Oh,
Tell him to just wait till tomorrow until he gets it all approved. It should be approved by tomorrow.
Yes.
And I'll get that approved by tomorrow. Don't worry about it. No, I didn't mean that.
I get it.
Wants to spank you.
I ain't spanking shit.
Oh, yay. She said,
I didn't send that.
No, I think the cat wants a spanking. It's fucking meowing like it's wanting its mommy home. So the wife's not home yet. Thank God I didn't breed that.
And it looks like Steve needs to get together with Raz. I think they're going pretty good.
How many people you got on this live stream right now?
16.
Watching.
16.
That's it? That's all?
Yep.
Damn. But we'd have a hell of a lot more than that.
Not good.
I only see 2.
Well, at least we got great people here. Patriot, the wife wanted me to tell you she hopes you're okay and your family is okay too. And she loves you all. What she
I
wanted to say.
appreciate that. I'll let them know, and hopefully she's being as safe as she can.
Yeah, well, she's doing her testing. She's actually getting her testing, so find out. It's good.
Guess I'll go ahead and let you guys go, and I don't know, maybe I'll talk with you tomorrow. I don't know.
Yep. Right.
So he's gonna mess with you tomorrow, he said.
Who was that?
Metalhead. He doesn't have. I guess he still doesn't have the cable hooked up or something.
So Metalhead's gonna get all pissed off at me now tomorrow, right?
No, he knows. Half of what I told you I was putting on there, I wasn't actually sending it
Yeah,
to
I
him.
know.
Except for the part where you like him.
No, I like Metalhead just because of the fact that he's just, if you take him, you stick him up in the sunlight, right out in the yard or on top of the roof, and you get somebody else because you don't want to do it. You need to get somebody to take a cable, shove it right up his ass. You stick it up his ass, and honest to God, you get every fucking channel from here to Venus. It's completely just like you see fucking alien channel porn, like you see everything.
So let me get this right.
Fucking shit.
Let me get this right. Once he gets cable, you're saying that he's going to get his cable through what? Uranus?
Cable is actually going to go to his anus because he's paying for it. But the thing about it is, here's the thing. His wife's going to get replaced.
He's got that noise going on.
Not me, that's Tammy.
That ain't noise.
That's you, Tammy, not me.
It's noise when it makes noise and you can't hear it.
That is, hear it? You hear that?
Catilla. Not Catilla, Kata. Billa. There's my girl. I haven't seen you in a while.
That right there.
She knows the exact person who's the person that actually played guitar. Right there. That woman knows it.
That song right there is asking for everybody to be friends and quit fighting.
I can't understand what I'm hearing. Come on, Tammy. You need a better sound system, dude. You're fired.
You fire. You no good.
And that's coming from like a fucking Vietnamese, right? Oh, $2. Saki. You no longer a long time.
Yeah, sucky fucky fat dollar. You love me long time. You fire. You're no good.
And that's pretty bad when you get fired
They
from
need fire
work.
you. I actually
Oh,
had
man.
a lady, an Asian lady, call me up when I worked for Sun Microsystems. I was repairing servers over the phone and stuff like that, and she says, you fire. You're no good. You don't know what you say." I said, "Yeah, I do know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, lady. Check this. Check this. Check this. Oh yeah, it fixed it, but you still no good. You fire."
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's just wrong.
Here we go.
Hey, Caterpillar, I love you too, and I'll tell the wife. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, my love. Love you very much. It's very nice of you to say that.
I didn't say nothing.
You always say everything about my wife, you fucker.
Hey,
But I still love you.
You keep talking that
I
shit. I'm
still
gonna come
love
up
you.
here.
I
I'm gonna
still like
steal her,
you.
and bring her down here to the U.S.
Oh yeah, you're gonna steal her. Right? Come on down. Come on. Come on up here. Come on up. Come on. 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 Come on.
How do you know
Come
I
on.
ain't outside your door?
No, that's fine. Come on in the store. Come on in the door. Come on in the door. Come on, come on. I'll even turn the camera around. I'll turn the fucking camera. I'll turn the fucking camera around. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
My
Let's
name's
go.
Slash.
Let's go.
My name is Slash.
No, you gotta do it like A-Bound says. He calls me Slosh.
Slash.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
calls me
you're.
Slosh.
It's like you're all kinds of
Good morbid angel.
Fargo
How are
special.
you, hon?
Because I'm not anything else. I can be Slosh. Let's just go with the extra one. Let's go with Slosh.
I think Tammy needs to do some shout outs. There's a lot more people in here now.
Rainbow Love just came in. Morbid just came in. Pat came in. Caterpillar came in. People got
Oh,
bridges.
years. People got bridges.
My name's Jeff.
Wrenches, not bridges. What are you talking about?
My name
Bridges.
is Hank.
PDF, what's up, buddy?
I like propane cylinders. I like propane everything. I like everything propane. That's what I like. I like propane cylinders. I like everything propane.
I'm glad. You sound like someone off the King of the Hill or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Not too good.
Good, Morbid. Good, hon. We're just sitting here having a bullshit session, pretty much, girl. Is what we're having.
Yeah, I'm fun.
Watching the chat. Now, I'm agreeing with a lot of what's being said in the chat. G-Mom Pam.
I haven't done nothing wrong.
No, actually, you've been being a pretty good little boy. I haven't had to put you in the corner yet tonight.
Yeah, by the way, Tammy, what the fuck is about that?
What, me putting you in the corner?
Yeah, don't do that again.
That was me fucking with you. Yeah. You know I have to fuck with you when I do shit like that.
That's what I would do with you if it was my panel.
Damn right. I know you would.
Can I give somebody a
Hey, Penny
whole
Raiders.
shout out? All
Good.
trolls, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna start a panel one of these nights in the next month. And then y'all gotta pay attention to me, which means you gotta subscribe to me. You're gonna have to subscribe to me. I'm not gonna go live unless I have 1,000. If you want me to go live, you got to subscribe. And then I'll put every one of you guys on. Every one of you. It'll be a troll
That
fest.
counts.
Come on. I give you a challenge. Give me 1,000 subscribers.
You know,
I give you
Steve
a
Mazur, I
challenge.
read that.
I give you a fucking challenge. I bet you guys can't do it. You did everything for David, got him up for fucking DDT. Can you get me 1,000 subscribers?
Damn, I ain't seen you in a while, Trump Tart. Where the hell you been?
Here you go. Where's my 1,000 subscribers? Get me 1,000 subscribers and we'll have the ultimate fight. No, Autotron, it doesn't suck. Because I get my voice
Okay,
heard.
Trump Tart.
I'm back.
I just called out everybody, didn't I? Come on, if you guys want to do it, let's do it.
Do what?
Trump Tart wants to know your
Come
damn channel
Drop
name,
my link.
Flash.
Okay, drop it out. /Canada, look it up.
It's
Slash
Slash
Canada, you
Canada,
guys need
Trump
my-
Tart.
Look at the fucking icon. You'll see it. There you go.
Slash Canada.
Let's go. Anybody wants to play? Let's play. Let's play on an open field. Seen too many fields that weren't done right. John, I love you. You're an awesome guy, brother. You got a great mind.
It depends on what you're considering the worst crime. There's Steve Mazier, because in my opinion, some can't. Hey, CFW, what's up, hon?
I'm not posting my fucking link because you know what? Nobody can. Just shows that people don't want to. Show something, Tammy. Nice to see.
No, Pat.
You get to see how your
that ain't
friends
the way
are.
to talk to her. Not here.
I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not talking to anybody or somebody in chat.
I said Pat. Is your name Pat?
What's he doing? What's he doing? All right, come on now, dude. Really?
He said STFU, CFW. That ain't the way to talk to her
Come
here.
on. Leave her alone, man. Come on. Leave the woman alone. She's done nothing to you tonight. She's done nothing to anybody. She's done everything for everyone. If you want to talk about what she's done a hell of a lot for everybody.
Don't you shut the fuck up here, CFW. Don't you do that here.
CFW, we love you. I'll defend you. What the fuck, man?
Oh,
Gonna
my
do something else. What the fuck else was it?
Dumney. Where's my damn Advil? There it is.
You're welcome, CFW. You're a good woman. I love you. I think you're a great woman. You do a lot of good things.
Yes, I agree. Now, if y'all want to be nice, CFW does a lot of great things for a lot of people. And
Yes, he does.
and she does a lot of hard work.
Bring my love.
So
Sorry, Tammy. Just Rainbow Love is a supporter.
hey, Rainbow Love, what's up? And I can tell you how. See, even before I even seen what CFW looked like, that girl was able to always make me laugh and smile. So that's got to be a good person, and that was before I even knew what she looked like. So And she's always been welcome to speak her mind here. And very welcome to. Just to let you know.
I've seen CFW rip into people like chainsaw. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't want to be that person. She's a strong woman. A lot of respect for a strong woman like that. A lot of respect.
Welcome to you.
You're a good woman. Just be safe, sweetheart. That's all I want. I want you to be safe.
And by the way,
Everybody
guess
else
what?
out there,
Guess what?
All women need to be safe.
I am now eligible through my job to get benefits, my insurance benefits. Hey, Landley.
Oh, there you go. Get a stalker. CFW, anything I can do to help you with anything like that, just give me an email, /Canada@yahoo.com. How come I can't find your channel / because I killed it a few times. A lot of people on the internet do not like me. Everybody hates me.
So he's going to eat some worms. I had to end that with that. You know that, Slash. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I think I'm going to eat some worms.
Yeah, I know. I ate a lot of words. I ate a lot of things. I never said nothing wrong, and everybody knows I never said nothing wrong. Tammy can tell you that I didn't say anything wrong. It's just everybody just starts hating me. It's usually the Discord bag of dicks, like Salty says, or I can say it the way I am. I don't know if it's a bag of dicks. I just think that everybody needs to fucking calm the fuck down. Like this.
If you ain't been noticing it has, Slash. I don't know why you're even calling people out. People have calmed down a lot. The only idiot moron that ain't is fucking goddamn Beaver. You want to call out someone? That's
I'm not calling out anyone. I'm not calling out anyone. I'm just saying everybody in your chat is amazing. And you've got a great chat tonight. You've got an amazing fucking chat on the panel. Now, if you don't like me on the panel, that's fine. I can leave.
No, I didn't say that, or you wouldn't be the fuck up here now, would you?
Yeah. I'm just saying that.
Everybody
in the chat, they're amazing. Like everybody's got some amazing points of views, and I agree.
Them. And not everybody's going to agree on their points of view. We all know that.
Nah,
it's just lies. It's just lies.
That's the way it works. But I still love Tammy, even though he's a piece of shit.
And I love you too, even though you're a fuck card.
Yeah, fuck you, asshole. Fuck you,
children.
Okay, Daddy Santa Claus.
Come on, Dad. I'm the older one. I can beat him. I'm older than him. I'm allowed to have one punch on him.
Bag. You could whoop your way out of
Dad,
paper
Dad,
bag.
You don't have to give me the fucking pool table. Give me his ass for 1 hour in the garage. I'll beat his ass senseless.
Dude, that sounds so wrong.
It did.
Come on.
So fucking wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what? At the end of it, I'll actually pull him out and I'll actually fucking get you to capture it on video and I'll beat his ass with a fucking chainsaw. Fuck that shit.
So you're gonna make love to him and then beat him?
Damn.
No.
He's talking kinky now. He's just talking kinky now.
I'm trying to figure out exactly how would we do this, Tammy?
Put up the boxing ring. Put up the boxing ring. You put your gloves on. I put my gloves on, and we beat the living shit out of each other. How's that?
Okay, that works.
That would be for
each other up, and we'll see who comes out. So we'll
Make
beat
mer-
each other up and see who comes out of there. And then at the end of it, at least we can do one thing for each other, not carve each other up or anything like that. Like, it's
Right.
not get crazy.
And then
All
we
right,
can
so
go
we'll
to the
do
bar.
that.
Then we can go to the bar, have a drink, and enjoy the fucking rest of the night.
Yes! Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Come on, okay, let's drink. Okay, let's drink now. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to drink now.
Yep, that's it. That's what we can do.
The fuck, man? We got to drink now.
That would have to go live, though. You know that. We'd have to do that live.
Oh, my God. Of course we do that live. Of course. If not, everybody think we all killed each other or something like that. What the fuck? We don't want that. Oh, my God! He killed Tabby! Oh, my God. Calm down. Oh, shit. Me some-
Bro, man. Langley legs, Landling's legs, bromance. Uh-oh. Damn, Langley. You made his device disconnect when you said that. He probably fell over in his chair. Disconnected his device.
Slash will be back in 5 minutes after these wonderful commercials.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
There used to be this old radio channel down in Florida. I don't know if you remember, but it would the guy would come on. He'd start out. He'd say, "Acme Mortuary, you kill 'em, we chill 'em."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Who was that?
Many years ago. I mean, I was a kid. We're talking like 40 years, 48
Okay.
years ago.
Well, there was a guy that must have picked it back up and started doing that because when I was down there, late '80s, early '90s, I remember that someone doing something like that.
Yes, ma'am, I'm up here. You gonna come up?
Hey, poor dirt farmer, what's up, buddy?
My
Yeah.
signal's so bad it kicked his ass out.
Yeah, I see that.
Or it was more powerful.
Yes, CFW, that's
Got the
Patriot Defense
shittiest
up.
signal in the world, man. Figure I'd share it with you.
Well, you are out there in the middle of BFE nowhere.
Does it sound like a robot's talking?
No, I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Here, let me move. Let's fix that, right?
You sound like you're talking through the strings of a banjo with your face on the inside.
Hey,
Oh,
he just fell off. He fell off on his own.
I thought it was difficult falling out of a chair you're sitting into, but how do you do that on a panel?
Slash, he's done it before.
One part of that radio show at the end, um, he's talking to the guy on the phone, talking about the prices and stuff like this, and I forget what he said, but then he says he yells back. He says, "Sebastian, drop whoever you doing. We've got a live one."
Oh wow!
And that was the
I
end
don't,
of the show.
I don't remember that part of it, but I do remember the mortuary thing.
Yeah, Acme Mortuary. You kill them, we chill them.
Yep. Poor dirt farmer. After 12 at night, I get good signal until 9 in the morning. Poor PDF. Hey, but hey, it's a trade off. You got a great place out there, a beautiful place out there. You ain't very far from the river and everything else. So shit. Slash, did you fall out of your chair and disconnect your device again?
Nope. It didn't.
Then what happened?
No, the wife just came home. I was just talking to her.
Oh,
She's got home from work.
Yes, he does. He has 2 dogs. He has kitty cats and everything else. CFW. Did you say your wife just came home?
Yeah, she just came home.
You better tell her I said hello.
Well, but after she's out of the shower, she doesn't want to have to think about you in the fucking shower, you fucking piece of shit.
I did. I didn't say tell her when. I didn't say tell her right now. Slash. Did I?
I
No.
know. She already knows. She said hello too. She said hello, Petey. She said hello to you too. She said hello to CFW. She didn't say hello to everybody in chat. I'm sorry about that, but she said hello to everybody else in chat. Like, say hello to everybody else in chat. Just she needs to get a shower right now.
You're in my yard every day and night. There you go, PDF. You can, I I would trade. I would trade off good signal for that any day. I'm telling you that, poor dirt farmer, and that's the truth.
Just remember, everybody wants everybody to be safe.
Yep. Lots of snakes, yeah. Florida's got an abundance of snakes. You're right, PDO. I'll tell you that now. Florida has an abundance of snakes. Thank you, Morbid.
Smash the like button. That's right. You guys got to smash that like button. Everybody come in here because we're not talking crap. We're talking honest.
Oh my God, Bouncer Slab just came in. We're all screwed. He's fucking shit up.
Bouncer.
He's fucking shit up tonight. He said so.
There we go. I'm gonna let my joint wait from the start. Come on, don't be premature ejaculation, Bouncer Slab. Let's go, bitch. There you go. I pushed you.
There you go.
I love you though, Bouncer Slab. Just remember, I love you. I do love you. I think you're amazing.
You're right, PDF.
PDF.
You're right down there. You're right. There's plenty of alligators, rattlesnakes, deer, and many other things to eat. I won't go into the rest of the categories. They could be 8.
Grateful gal.
Grateful gal, we ain't normal people to
We're
you?
fine. We're fine.
What is your definition of
mind
normal,
that.
grateful gal? What is your
Yeah, that's
definition of
interesting.
normal?
Yeah, what is it? I mean, you got 2 different definitions here. You got United States and Canadian. Which one is it? Come on, if you're here, just answer it. I mean, you got a United States guy, Tammy, that likes to show his nipples and be really creepy. And then you got this Slash guy.
What do you
that
mean
just
like
says
this?
we have to have a failure to. Oh my God. Come on, seriously, dude. What are you doing, dude?
You
That's
said
just wrong.
You're
wrong, dude.
The example. I had to give the example of what you said.
No, my God, but that's just wrong, dude. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. I can't keep a straight face with this shit. Anyway, I love you all. You guys are awesome for being here with Tammy. You guys are awesome.
I agree. And I thank every one of y'all. Thank everybody, y'all. And yes, Bouncer Slab did have some nice trout.
Oh, yeah. Hey, did you see Jason's trout? Now I got to tell you this, Tammy. Did you see Jason's trout? And Jason got A's trout. Oh, I guarantee you, he fucking kicked the shit out of all of them. Yep. You got trout. You got real fucking trout.
So did Bouncer. Bouncer had some nice ones, too. I'm telling you, he did.
I didn't see Bouncers, though. I didn't see Bouncers. I'm sorry, Bouncer.
Yep, he had some real nice ones, too. Jason had some nice ones, too. I ain't taking away from Jason. I'm telling you that. He did good. That was a good day fishing right there. Good eating right there.
Fucking great. Fucking great. Right down to the bones you could eat.
Right. What I missed, though, is going out there to the Gulf of Mexico and catching them sea trout. Them are good eating.
You want to be spoiled, Tammy. You're not getting spoiled that easily. Come on now, Tammy. That's sea trout.
I used to walk right out to the Gulf and go wading out into the Gulf about up to my
When you're in Florida.
waist. Yeah,
Was that
down in
when you were
Florida.
in Florida? Oh, you were
That
in
was
Florida,
down in
right?
Florida. Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
I
I
go.
remember that.
I'd go wading out and up to my waist and catch sea trout and redfish and
Yep.
shit.
I remember that. You just cast out at least like 12, 14 feet and you just fucking haul them in.
Yep, I miss that. I miss being able to do that.
Yeah, I know. I would too, man. That's some fucking good fishing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking lucky little bastard.
Yep.
Fuck you, asshole.
Well, I ain't that so lucky now.
Yeah, well, you're not that lucky anymore because you're not there.
You're right.
Fucking asshole.
And Poor Dirt Farmer has one of the greatest rivers in the world for red belly sunfish. They, oh my God, I'm talking, you catch some 2 pounders out of that river right there, and freaking in about an hour you can fill up a cooler quick with red belly sunfish in that river.
I die, man. I come down from gas like that, I go off me bloody head. I fucking fill up a fucking cooler so fast.
Oh yeah,
Be
me
so
too.
happy.
Me too. I'll be right back. I gotta use.
PD, what's up, brother? Are you still there? Everybody in chat, what's up? Morbid. Well, ID, you know. What are we gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do now. Tomorrow, the next 2 days, I'm gonna go fishing. I don't have to go out fishing with anybody. What are you saying, Kyle California? Yeah, internet problems here. Not sure. It's probably asleep. Probably at work. Not sure. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't think so. Can't find my channel. Okay.
Back. But yeah, them red belly brim. He's got flathead catfish in that river that's good eating. You got what you call bluegill up here, but they call them brim down there. You got certain sections of that river. There's a little there's Florida white bass and everything else. I've caught them all out of that river, including sturgeon. So,
Yeah.
uh,
You
I
have to subscribe to me. I don't need no subscribers. That's what you. I just need everybody to wake up and understand what's going on with all of our peoples in the United States and Canada. I mean, you all need to wake up, not to mention the world. I'm just trying to say that. I don't need anybody to push me ahead. I just need people to listen. Sorry. Love you, Tammy. Sorry.
all right. All right. Let me see what you got going on there. Let me get that real quick. Subscribed and belled. Okay, now let's see what we got Bouncer Slab put out. Oh, wow, nice. Bouncer, are you, what the frick? Okay, I was looking at the wrong frickin' thing. Okay.
Patriot, how you doing, brother?
All right, let's get this one done.
Is he gone, Tammy?
All right. All right, now we're going to go ahead and share that.
Are you sharing mine? I got nothing.
No, I'm sharing what Bouncer put up here.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
We're very important to set the stage for what happened. On April 25th, 2003, the United States Center for Disease Control broke the law. They broke 35 U.S. Code Section 101 in the filing of a patent entitled Coronavirus Isolated from Humans. Under Section 101 of 35 U.S. Code, the patenting of a substance of nature is illegal. This was confirmed, by the way, in a Supreme Court case with which we were affiliated in 2013 against Myriad Genetics. And the Supreme Court ruled in their affirmation of this that it is illegal to have a patent on a human gene. The Center for Disease Control, April 25th, 2003, filed a patent for and ultimately received United States Patent 7776521. And I need to make a very specific reference to the fact that in claims 3 and 4, the method of detecting SARS virus and a kit for the detection of SARS virus was granted with no limitation, particularly claim 4, which reads a kit for detecting a severe acute respiratory syndrome associated coronavirus in a sample. That's as broad as you get. They received a patent that restricted anyone anywhere in the United States from engaging in any activity using this. Now, from April 2003 and following, the CDC owned not only SARS, but they owned the kit to detect SARS. Its ability to be detected, its ability to manufacture kits, and during that 15-year period, the effect of this grant, which was ruled unconstitutional by the Supreme Court, meant that commercial exploitation or any research involving the commercial exploitation of the virus or any kit to detect the virus would have been an infringement of the CDC patent, and therefore an infringement giving rise to CDC's actions, were it not for the fact that CDC's patent and their maintenance thereof is actually illegal. CDC and the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, led by Anthony Fauci, that's right, the Dr. Fauci that you hear, entered into trade among states, including but not limited to a corporation called Eco Health Alliance Incorporated, and with foreign governments and foreign entities in direct violation of the Sherman Act provisions, specifically the Wuhan Institute of Virology and the Chinese Academy of Sciences, through a 2004 National Institutes of Health grant, R01 AI 110964. That constitutes commercial activity involving an illegal asset entered into interstate and international commerce in violation of the.
There you go, guys.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck is that? Was that the end?
That was the end of it. that he that he had there.
Who is Slash? Tammy, do you want to explain that? I've been around enough. I mean, I've been poor Jew farmer a lot. I'm Slash. Been around a lot. I mean, how long have I been around? Like what? A year or two?
PDF. I hope you get to feeling better, dude. You know, who's Slash Canada right here talking on the panel. He's a crazy
Right
ass
here, Slash
Canadian, but he's a
Canada.
good guy.
Love you, PDF, for everything you do, brother.
Not
I'm
PDF,
subscribed to you.
not PDF. Sorry, Patriot Defense. Excuse me. I was looking at PDF's comment to you, Tammy, who is Slash. Uh, um, but Patriot Defense. His wife said that he's having a little bit trouble breathing right now, and he went to go lay down. So his sinuses are messing up on him right now. So, by
Relax.
the
Take it
by the
easy.
way, I'm going to also go back to that. Hold on. It's my channel again. Go there. Down here.
Not understanding what Bouncer's Lab is talking about. Not really understanding what's going on here. Sorry, I don't understand it.
Now let's get that turned down. Let's go to Bouncer videos. Um, there he is. Okay, Kevin K, huh? Let's try that. Come on, you bastard. This is not. That is not the person I'm looking for. That ain't the person I'm looking for. So, Bouncer Slab, can you by chance, put that, okay, okay, cool. That's what I needed to know. Um, but, I tried to look up that Kevin K bouncer and I can't find his, follow his title or channel and you'll find it. That's the thing. I looked up Kevin K and I couldn't find it, so I'm gonna try the title. Well, I can't find his. Right, I understand, Bouncer. I understand. Um, oh, okay, there it is. Yeah. I got it now. Hey, Bandit, how are you, hon? How are you, bud? I said, hon. I'm so used to saying, hon. It ain't even funny. How are you, boy? How are you, bud? Uh, but I got him sub now. I got him sub now. Bouncer Slab, and we got her. We'll get her. I understand why not posting the link. Really, it's already been moved. Removed. Well, like I said today, right before YouTube crashed. uh, right before YouTube crashed earlier, Bouncer, I was watching a video on the militarization of our police in the United States to use as a uh, unit against the United States people, since our our military cannot be used against us. And there was 29 other videos to that effect on my search, and all 29 videos were removed due to YouTube violations off of YouTube. They showed pictures of the militarization of the police, things like that.
Oh shit. Okay. Fuck. Okay.
And guess what? I believe I'm about to get shut down. It says we are having trouble streaming to YouTube. This may be an issue to on YouTube. We will keep
Oh, it's
trying
all
and
me, Tammy. It's
will
definitely
you let me finish? We'll keep trying and let you know if it resolved. Please check your YouTube to ensure the stream looks okay.
Isn't that nice?
So,
Ooh, there's that fucking asshole that keeps driving around thinks he's untouchable. There's a douchebag with a fucking hot car, right?
I guess.
Got a small penis. He's got a small penis. He can't drive his car right. He's gonna do it later on at night. Fucking
But
asshole.
now I got my YouTube up. It says 18 are watching.
Isn't that nice, Tammy? At least you know you're being watched. Isn't that nice?
Yep. Yep.
That's so cute. Oh, I love you, Tammy. I think you're awesome.
I think you're a cool dude too.
I think you're awesome. You're a real cool dude. So everybody else seems to be like real haters. I just don't understand haters.
Yes, Bouncer Slab. Around here, I've seen unmarked military vehicles as well. Right here, around here, driving around.
And it too.
Hey, Mama Cookie.
Mama Cookie, what's up? Hey, Tabby, just let you know, we've seen fucking military use up here too. So they've got their ROVs coming out the whole on yours.
I think there's going to be something happening soon, honestly. Hey, KW.
Something
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, KW. I hope you're doing good too. Hope
Not much
everything's good
because good
tonight.
to see you, sweetheart. It's really good to see you, Mama.
Ewan is in our area for over 3 weeks. Yes, I agree, Bouncer. Actually, the first time I seen one of them marked Humvees driving down past my work on the south gate when I was down there, it was uh, um, it was about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. It was a black.
How does it?
Huh?
Sorry. I was gonna say, how did it feel, Tammy, to see that just rolling by and a bunch of them or something else? Like, did you see a bunch of them, or
I
like,
seen
how
the
did it
one.
feel to see like
I
a
seen
bunch
the
of them?
one, but I seen different ones. Like in that day, I seen like 20 of them, but it wasn't like all at the same time. And you could tell they were different vehicles because they were different makes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I was asking. Like, yeah, I know. So I didn't know if you saw different ones in the same convoy, or that's what I'm talking about. I mean, so you saw different ones rolling in.
Yeah, but they weren't in a convoy. They was one at a time.
Yeah, it's just different days, right?
It was more like they were doing patrols than they were
Okay, I got you. I got you.
actually going somewhere. They aren't
Either
any
way, that
military I've
is
ever
so
seen.
weird.
They ain't like no military I ever seen either, Bouncer Slab. I'm telling you. G Devil, how you
What they
doing, bud?
are, I don't know what they are in the United States, but I mean, if that's what's happened, isn't that your military?
The UN ain't
Isn't
my
that a part of a
military.
derivative of your military? I don't know. I'm just saying, isn't that a derivative of your military that's taking over now?
The UN? No, that's the United
No,
Nations.
no, 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 not the UN. I'm not talking about
Oh,
that. I'm talking
you're
about.
talking about the National Guard. Yes,
Yeah. I'm not talking about
they don't get their
UN. No, I'm not
paycheck.
talking
They
about
don't
that.
get their paycheck from any military branch, so they consider them non-military, which is bullshit. If you militarize something, you've made it into a military. I don't care if you call them pigs. I don't care if you call them cops. I don't care if you call them UN soldiers. I don't care if you call them whatever. You militarize something, you made it. That means you're making it into a military. I want people to understand that. Not you, Slash, per se. I know you understand that. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Bouncer. You're right. And the ones I'm seeing have no markings whatsoever. None. Some are blacked out. Some are like black painted and nothing. Some are pretty. Some are like OD green camo, like the old Vietnam military fatigue camo, um, and things like that. And they're all heavily armored. Chris Marcus, how are you? Yes, Bandit. I'm sorry for your loss, buddy, and I hope things go well with your go well for you. I know she was sick for a while, so you gotta. She's in a better place now, buddy. So yeah, I've seen a few tan vehicles as well, Bouncer. A few tan, mostly though black and OD green, but they had military uniforms on inside them vehicles. They weren't like cops in their SWAT vehicles, you know, things like that. They actually had military uniforms. Um, Maybe Bouncer. I doubt it. I doubt it. Yes. Pookie, you're a hacker? Damn it. Don't be hacking me, damn it. Don't be hacking me. That's funny. Um, yes, some of them are armed, it seems like, Mouncer. Yeah. Okay, Pookie. Okay, I'm gonna go out right now and buy the best anti hacker software there is right now, just because you came in, Pookie. Right now. See, typing right now. Getting it now. Ah, damn it, Pookie! I told you. Let me at least back before you steal my freaking personal information. Yep, that's it. Hey, Sci-Fi Bry. Uh, but yeah, already got it. Too late. I know. Damn it. I guess we'll have a good supply of winter meat. Yeah, guess so, Bouncer. Guess so. You know, we've got some interesting times, I think. What we all on tonight? We're talking about some of the military vehicles we've seen, some of the stuff going on with some of the things we've been seeing going on and things like that. Sci-fi Bry, and seeing UN vehicles, seeing unmarked vehicles, things like that. Anybody want to come up? You can come up. You know, y'all are more than welcome. Hey, Golden Eyes, how are you, hon? Hope you're doing well. Oh, you want KW up here? uh, yes, Bouncer. Yes, Bouncer. I'm surprised Gary ain't up here saying hello to Golden Thighs. Yeah, YouTube's bad at that, Zeus. Uh, oh, wow, Sci Fi. That's good. I'm glad you got that. See, I have no problem freaking. I would have no problem getting it unmarked and putting it on my channel. Yep, you're right. And it's us, Bouncer, right now. Oh man. Oh, y'all are just stumbling in, huh? Did you have a swim? Wow, Swammy? Damn it. Oh man. Just remember tomorrow night, guys, I'm gonna have a special guest and hopefully we'll be able to have an enjoyable evening tomorrow night and all. Wisconsin opened up, huh? Good. Awesome. Awesome, uh, Chris. I mean, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it because this get ridiculous, people. At least here in Pennsylvania. I mean, PD was talking about how the legislature and lawmakers came to a business where a guy had a barbershop under his house and he opened it up. And the cops, some of these detective guys were giving this guy fits. And, and, uh, 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 um, and they were trying to get talk to him about getting tickets and things like that. The and the legislature and lawmakers said fuck you. So I agree, Bouncer. I agree. Wow, Bouncer. And yeah, people are pricks. I think we got some here. Got some at my job as well. But I force them to talk to me. They have to. Ha ha. It's my job to make them talk to me. It's great. Awesome side five, Bry. Now, if they do that here, it'd be great. Hey, Sci-Fi Bri, I was able to read it. It said Wisconsin Supreme Court overruled our governor's unconstitutional stay-at-home order. All the taverns and bars are open. See, I, uh, um, I, I invented the typo language, so I read typo very well. That's freaking awesome. I'm so happy to hear it. I am so happy to hear it. They need to do that here in Pennsylvania. I agree, Bouncer. And even the CDC has said so. Human interaction builds natural immunity. Now, why are we listening to the CCC, or CDC, excuse me, the CDC saying we shouldn't have human interaction when they in the next breath say that human interaction is what helps build immunity? Makes no sense to me. It just my brain don't compute that. There you go, Sci-Fi Bri. Hey, Savage Audits. You're right. You're right, Bouncer, on that. They've been taking over for a while. Yeah, that's what they call it, herd immunity. I call it human interaction immunity. But they've proven over in Switzerland that it's you're by Minnesota. Okay, She Devil. Cool. Um they've proven over in Switzerland that that works very well. Good night, Bouncer. Sleep well. Have a good night's rest. Yeah, that is a weird. That is weird. CFW. I agree, Mama Cookie. You're right. You're right, Mama Cookie. He ain't the only senator, by the way. Okay, Savage got it. uh, oh, cool, awesome. Hopefully you catch him. Hopefully you get Bigfoot porn tomorrow, Bouncer. Hope you get some Bigfoot porn. Mm. Pup pup pass, pup pup pass. Oh, you go for the nookie. Okay, I got you, Bouncer. I got you. Mm. I I was in Wisconsin one time, a long time ago, way up north. of the Wisconsin Dells, almost straight north of the Wisconsin Dells. And I got to see the Northern Lights a long time ago. One of the prettiest sights I ever got to see. Good, Mama Cookie. I'm glad to hear that. They need to open us back up. This is getting stupid, and quit giving us fits. You got to see the Northern Lights 4 times CFW. Awesome. I used to go. We used to go every year up to Wisconsin to some Native American friends that we had up there, to up on their land. And they had some of the best fishing ever. Oh my God. Oh wow, you're 3 minutes from St. Paul, Minnesota. She deal. Wow. You must be right on the line. Uh-oh, did I miss some people on getting y'all blue? Yep. Rainbow Love ain't, and She Devil ain't. Shit. There you go. There you go, Mama Cookie. You are now blue. All right. Now we're gonna get this up here, and I'll probably get a community strike for this, but I don't care. I think y'all should need to see this as well. Should be shared.
We've got an exclusive interview now, a former top colonel exposing his governor's reckless abuse of power. Oh, yes, if this is your first time here and you like our reporting and our exclusive interviews, go ahead and hit that red button down below to subscribe. Just make sure you hit that notification bell. Now, if there's one thing that we have learned during this crisis, it is
awesome,
the one thing we have known about mankind for eons. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And from sea to shining sea, governors are being challenged for their broad overreach and constitutional abuses. While the 10th Amendment states powers not granted to the federal government fall back to the state and to the people respectively, that amendment is not a blank check to abuse power through executive authority. And this has become abundantly clear in the state of Pennsylvania. Rampant abuse of power and policies that are literally costing thousands of lives. My guest today aims to rip the veil back on these abuses of power to hold the tyrants in his state accountable. And the best part is his record of fighting for America. And that should scare the hell out of the spineless politicians who couldn't even identify the barrel of a gun. Doug Mastriano is a combat veteran and the son of a career U.S. Navy man. He was commissioned in the U.S. Army in 1986 and served on the Iron Curtain with the 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment in West Germany. While serving along the East German and Czechoslovakian borders, he witnessed the end of the Cold War and thereafter deployed to Iraq for Operation Desert Storm to liberate Kuwait. His regiment led the attack against Saddam's elite Republican Guard.
Oh, I hate when that damn YouTube does this.
Forces. And after 9/11, he was the lead planner for the operation to invade Iraq via Turkey. He served 4 years with NATO and deployed 3 times to Afghanistan. He was the director of NATO's Joint Intelligence Center in Afghanistan. He is a doctor of history and has 4 master's degrees: strategy, strategic intelligence, military operations, and air power. So just that list alone should put these politicians in check. He now serves as a senator for the 33rd District in Pennsylvania. Senator, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me on. What a crazy time we live in.
Certainly is, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're pushing back. Now, your governor, Tom Wolf, he waited until 8 p.m., long after the evening newscast signed off and many newspapers went to press, to announce that he has now extended his stay-at-home order for most of Pennsylvania until June 4th. Why did he choose to do it at this late hour?
So obviously to get behind the news cycle, he didn't want to be in it. So this is how these kind of snakes operate here. They don't want any accountability. He's enjoying the power that he has. He's the most powerful governor in Pennsylvania history. That's not hyperbole. That's just a fact. And so he just comes out with an edict or a proclamation, no accountability or oversight from the Senate or House, and issues these orders like he's a monarch.
Yeah, well, President Trump visited a medical supply factory in Allentown, Pennsylvania today and commented that Governor Wolf is opening up too slow and that there's no reopening plan. What is your take on this and what's happening?
Yeah, so really the governor's flying by the seat of his pants. There is no plan. And to move us from, see, he came up with the red, yellow, and green phases, and a portion of the state is in yellow, which is some businesses can operate, but with CDC restrictions and precautions and what have you. But overall, our entire state population, it's less than 1/2 or 1% tested positive, may have had it, could have had it, would have had it, because our Secretary of Health is inflating the numbers. So I'm using the Secretary's numbers. So it's 0.38% of the population has or may have had or could have had the virus, and we're going to shut down and quarantine still an entire state of 13 million people for such a statistically insignificant portion of the population. It just defies reason. So the president is right. The governor is running our economy and our people to the ground. Last night, obviously, I have 250,000 constituents, and my people had to talk to from suicide, just constituents that are just desperate. They've lost everything. And that's the governor unnecessarily driving us down. So for the governor to pick winners and losers, essential, non-essential businesses, who can be open, who can't be open here, it's just ridiculous and out of control.
Now, President Trump was concerned early on, stating that the cure cannot be more damaging than the actual virus itself. Are you seeing that play out in Pennsylvania now with the suicides you just mentioned?
Yeah, it really is. It's far worse. And if you think about this in the context of our leadership, you know, the governor unleashed all kinds of edicts and proclamations here. We're the only state still with real estate closed down. We are one of the only states, one of the few states here to have no car sales available. And so and the governor was handing out waivers to certain groups and allow them to open and operate with certain conditions. So if one could reopen, why could not all at the same conditions? And so this has sparked a lot of hopelessness and helplessness among the people of Pennsylvania. And that's not hyperbole. I see it every day. I'm in touch with the people. I'm engaging them. And we need some relief. We need some help. And we've lost our freedoms on top of all this.
What are some of the conditions to those waivers you spoke of?
Yeah, so the governor, of course, on 19 March issued his proclamation shutting down the state in effect. They came out with a list of essential, non-essential businesses, and that shut down about 50, 60% of our economy. And then the governor turned around and he said, okay, we're going to have exceptions, because the list was very flawed, as you can imagine. And so 44,000 people applied for exceptions. There's 6,000 car dealers, for instance, in Pennsylvania. 20 were given waivers. And the question is, was that political payback? Was that cronyism? Was that friends? I mean, so why did you allow 20 to open up with certain conditions, but not all 6,000 with the same conditions? And that's just endemic of the problem we have here in the state.
Now, President Trump also had choice words for the failed Democrat leadership of Pennsylvania after 11 counties threatened to reopen without the governor's consent. What's the story behind that?
Yeah, so finally, 11 counties rose up and said, you know what, we're done. And this Friday, literally this Friday, tomorrow, we're going to reopen, irregardless of what Governor Wolf tells us. And Governor Wolf came out a few days later. It is the most fiery speech he's ever given, and basically said, you're cowards, you're weak. If you don't obey me, you're bailing out in this battle, you're running from the battle. I mean, coming out of the mouth of this guy here. And then he turned around and said, if you do this, you'll not get federal aid. If you do this, you will not receive any help from the state. If you do this, I'll take away your business licenses. And if you do, I'll fine you. So he was okay with releasing 2,000 criminals and putting felons on the street, but he's bent on arresting God-fearing, upstanding Pennsylvania citizens who just want to live and exercise their right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness to run their businesses.
Now, there's an enforcement issue here because in my state here and in my very county, just today, the county sheriff said, "Look, we're not going to enforce the governor of Illinois' executive orders, and we're going to let the people do as they may. We're not going to go out and arrest people." Are you seeing a similar uprising across your state with county sheriffs pushing back against these executive orders?
Yeah, so that's the good news. All elections matter. A lot of people used to blow off local election, county elections here, and now we're seeing how important every election is. And we have 67 counties in Pennsylvania, and we have about 20 sheriffs who came out and said, I'm not going to enforce what I view as non-constitutional, extra-constitutional edicts, because they're not laws issued by the governor. And we've had about 20 or so DAs, district attorneys in each county, rise up and say, no, we're not going to punish business owners as well who choose to be open. And that gives us all some hope. Sadly, the governor's threats did have an effect. Several county commissioners that decided to join the fight, to leave and just start reopening on a Friday. At least 4 counties chickened out as a result. And that's exactly what the governor had hoped to do. It was actually on the phone for the first time in his 6 years in office with the county commissioners. Usually has an underling doing that, and convinced a bunch of them to bail out on us. So it's divide and conquer. And so this is going to drag out. And that's why I really hope President Trump can weigh in and pitch in a little bit on this fight. So we need help.
Now, earlier today, you were with other state elected officials at a barbershop that was threatened with closure by 2 state police earlier in the week.
This is what.
So what is the situation? As I mentioned, you said county sheriffs, but
PD was talking
you still
about
have state enforcement. So you have state police. So how do these two, are they colliding with each other as far as jurisdictionally? What's the situation with that?
Yeah, so I think it was Monday or Tuesday, 2 police officers showed up outside of Harrisburg in Cumberland County, and they came to Shep's Barbershop, and Brad, the barber, runs his shop, and he decided he was going to open up on Monday. He had nothing to lose. He's about to lose everything. He can't feed his family, can't pay his bills. And 2 police, unfortunately, I don't know why they feel like they have to, knock on the door. Why can't they just drive by and say, looks good to me? But, overzealous police officers are violating our trust. And I love the police, and my people love the police too. And so we're asking for mutual respect. But he came out and he did exactly as I advise people do: is you go out with the camera and be respectful, but have the camera. And hey, officer, what's going on? Well, are you open for business? Yes, I am. Well, you can't be because the governor says. And Brad replied, well, I have to feed my family. So unless you're going to do a fundraiser to pay my bills and bring some food in the house, I have to be open. Well, you got to be closed. And Brad responded, what law have I broken? Because this is not a law. Right. I didn't vote on this. I'm a senator. It's an edict, a proclamation from the governor. And Brad made a good case for his constitutional rights. And the police still said, this is your warning. Next time you come, you're going to get a letter. Law. And after that, we're going to start hammering you with fines. I'm paraphrasing now. And the letter from the governor that he's going to get in a couple of days here is absolutely atrocious. It's all full of threats and bullying, and we're going to bring you down. You're going to pay court costs. I mean, it's one of the most disgusting things, overreach and abuse of power I've seen from any governor in the history of this nation.
Well, taking a look at the press release that was just issued by my own county sheriff, one of the points that he made in that letter stating he wasn't going to enforce the governor of Illinois' executive orders was that there's no precedent, there's no law for them to actually enforce. And that actually puts the officers at a liability, because now they're wide open for lawsuits because they're enforcing something that doesn't exist. When you mentioned that these were law enforcement officers, were they local? Were they county? Were they state? What was the jurisdiction that was attempting to enforce these executive edicts in Pennsylvania, where you were at the barbershop?
Yeah, they were Pennsylvania police, PSP, we call them state police. And unfortunately, they work for the governor. And obviously, the guy leading the force is appointed by the governor, and so they're tied in closely with him. And I'm really disappointed to report I have a local gym, Alpha Fitness, down the street by Chambersburg, real close to where I live here. The police came into the owner of the gym, Jeremiah Snyder. He opened up. He's in the same position, has 2 small kids to feed, a family to take care of, bills to pay, just like everyone else out there in the real world, unlike Governor Wolf's experience in life. And so he opened up, and sadly, 3 police officers, 3 state police came in. And I know the captain that was there, and my heart's broken. This guy was a Marine, and he should know better. He took an oath on the Constitution, not on the orders of a governor. And he's coming in and he was threatening Jeremiah. So we're probably going to have a similar rally here in support of Jeremiah. But this is the epitome of overreach and tyranny, and we can't allow this to stand. I never thought when I was in the Army that I'd be standing here fighting for our basic freedoms and rights as an American in Pennsylvania. I never dreamed of that happening here. You expect that over in Bosnia, or in Afghanistan and Iraq, but in America, in Pennsylvania, the birthplace of liberty, where new birth of freedom was fought for in the Civil War, it's just unimaginable to me we've come this far.
Well, there certainly are enemies, foreign and domestic, we should be worried about. Now let's talk about what happened on Monday. You held a rally in Harrisburg, formally calling for the resignation of the Secretary of Health, Levine.
Yes.
Could you explain the latest on this?
And that bitch needs to be gone.
On Monday, and we know a lot more today than we did Monday, but I was looking at the record of our Secretary of Health. It just, I would say, medical malpractice and gross incompetence. And that's, once again, a hyperbole. Here's why I say that, why I demanded the resignation of Levine. Levine came out 2 months ago saying, hey, this virus has proven to be extremely fatal to those with certain conditions and also to the elderly. So we have to protect our elderly. And then on the 18th of March, Levine issued a memo, an order saying that elder care homes, long-term assisted homes, have to take back COVID-19 positive patients from hospitals to free up hospital beds in Pennsylvania. So they took positive cases, put them into nursing homes, and unleashed a plague amongst the most vulnerable. And that's resulted in 2/3 of all our deaths in Pennsylvania have come from these homes as a result of Levine's mismanagement and gross negligence, and also 2/3 of our cases statewide. So I went up and with great flair went to the governor's office in the Capitol building, and he's not there. The door's locked. So the guy's missing in action. He's absent without leave. So we had to email it to him. The next day, we come to find out that while Levine is ordering COVID-19 positive folks back in the nursing home and assisted care systems, that he decided to take out mom, the secretary's own mom, get mom out of a facility and has his mom in Hershey Lodge in safety with 24/7 care. So this is true elitism. Do as I say, not as I do, and going to look out for mom, realizing that mom was going to be vulnerable there, but the rest of you, your parents, grandparents don't matter. I mean, can you imagine this in America?
Well, I want to really drive this point home, because we're learning that Wolf, along with the Pennsylvania Health Secretary Rachel Levine, did have family moved out of the personal care home after ordering all nursing homes and long-term facilities in the state to accept CV patients from hospitals. Okay, so they knew that their own patient transfer policies made nursing homes literally a death sentence. And now we need to know, what's the backlash that they are receiving? This is a clear abuse of power.
Yeah, so the first thing here is obviously there's going to be lawsuits, and there already has been lawsuits brought for negligence and this awful, terrible decision-making process that the secretary has undergone.
Not yet, Texas.
And giving information and sharing information with the secretary's family, but not with the rest of Pennsylvania. What would have been wrong with saying, hey, look, we're afraid of something happening bad in our elder care system. Maybe you should think about taking out your family members, your loved ones here, and protecting them. But instead snuck out there. It took a private detective on his own time to find out this happened here. We started hearing rumors that Secretary Levine's mom was missing from the home where she was located, and then sure enough, a private investigator found her in a suite at Hershey Lodge, about 40 minutes outside of Harrisburg. And the double standard is just the epitome of corruption.
It's really sad that we're seeing this happen in this country. And this is really just a microcosm. It's happening in your state. It's happening in my state, New York. I mean, there's so many facets to this. But I want to talk about the qualifications. What qualifications does Pennsylvania's health secretary have for the position, besides suffering from mental health herself?
Well, the qualifications is a doctor's degree in pediatrician, and also expertise in eating disorders. So clearly that Levine lacks policy experience, doesn't have any experience in epidemiology or pandemics, and was definitely woefully ill-prepared for this position. And I say that because the secretary has oversight over these elder care homes, about 32,000 over across Pennsylvania. It's one of the oldest populations in the nation, by the way.
Matt Cartwright,
so the gross negligence here, and the secretary is responsible and culpable for what happened in those homes, where 2/3 of our state's deaths and cases coming out of there was as a result of that memo issued by Secretary Levine on 18 March. It just shows you how important it is to have somebody with the right credentials and training and skills for the job, and not any other reason why they should be hired other than that they're qualified.
Well, I want to say thank you for your service to this country abroad, and now you're You're defending freedom here on your home territory. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I obviously there's some mixed feelings about that. I'm glad to be in this fight here. Obviously, there's other opportunities when I retire from the army with all the credentials I have, and I'm thankful to be on the front lines here and fighting for freedom. On the other hand, though, it's really troubling that we once our basic rights, our basic freedoms, our right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, going back to our Declaration, that the very essential and soul of America now is at risk. There's a 1 minute speech by Ronald Reagan in 1961 where he talks about if we don't do our due diligence here, we'll be, God forbid, we'll be in our older years sitting on a porch telling our children and grandchildren what it was like to be free. Abraham Lincoln, when he came, I'm sorry, Benjamin Franklin, when he came out of Carpenter's Hall, Liberty Hall in Philadelphia in 1787, at the end of the Constitutional Convention, was confronted by a lady who said, "What do we have, Mr. Franklin, a republic or a king?" And Benjamin Franklin said rightly, "A republic, ma'am, if you can keep it. Now it's our turn to keep it. And man, this is a fight, and we have to stay diligent. Otherwise, all the sacrifices of the 200 plus years would have been for naught." And so this is a fight and struggle for the soul of the nation. We're a constitutional republic. We have lots of options and angles in our hands here. Of course, you have the legislator, and I have several bills being pushed forward in the legislature and General Assembly in Pennsylvania to protect us from this in the future. But also, it's a exercise urging people to reach out to the President and Attorney General Barr to describe how our essential rights have been trampled upon.
Tell me about these bills you have introduced, and what's your intention to fight back with the legislative process?
Yeah, the first one I'm co-sponsoring with a House member, Representative Russ Diamond, and my version of it is Senate Resolution 323, which would end this emergency order, which just ended. But I need 2/3 of a vote, sadly, not a simple majority. I need a veto-proof majority, which means I need several Democrats to break ranks in the Senate. And only yesterday was the first day that any of them ever broke with the governor for important votes on issues like this. So there is hope finally. On the other side here, we passed legislation yesterday in both the House and the Senate here to open up key sectors of our industry and society and not to wait for the governor to give the blessing. And the final is legislation to prevent any future emergency declarations from dragging on. So the next bill that I have, I'm co-sponsoring with Senator Dave Argel from Schuylkill County, limits any declaration to 10 days, and the General Assembly, the House, and the Senate would have to come back to reauthorize it every 10 days. And so this way we won't drag on for 3 months or into perpetuity with the governor's whims and wishes.
Now, before we go, do you have any final thoughts, any points you really want to drive home for the people of Pennsylvania or America at large?
You know, for far too many years, people stood off on the sidelines and just blew off elections, weren't involved politically. And this is a result of, I'd say, of standing aside. So this is really a shot across the bow for us, saying we have to rise up, and the people really are. They're really interested in being involved in politics. Even people from the Anabaptist traditions, the pacifist, non-involvement traditions here are rising up and being involved now. On the other side here is how valuable is your freedom, and we've taken it for granted because we've had it for several hundred years, and it's just come and gone. And it's always been there, and now our essential freedoms have been under assault and under attack in our nation, especially Pennsylvania. Ironically, the birthplace of liberty. You can't make this stuff up. And we have to rise up and exercise our constitutional rights. And are we a free people? Are we going to be bullied and told what to do? And finally is diligence. It's really troubling to see when we have a governor who's overstepped any power of any governor in the history of Pennsylvania, going back to even the colonial period. It's almost 300 years. And truly, he's the most powerful governor in our history. Even Governor Curtin, who had the state when Robert E. Lee invaded Pennsylvania in 1863 for what we call the Battle of Gettysburg, even Governor Curtin didn't have the power to pick winners and losers, to pick essential, non-essentials, to open and close, and pick life and death. Not even he did. So we have to rein in the power of the governor, and all governors should have checks and balances. The lack of oversight and accountability and transparency is indicative of the corruption. And the last thought here, anyone who ever thought that socialism was a good idea, this is just a little glimpse into the window of socialism. And it's horrific and awful, and we have to stand against this and never let this happen in America.
Absolutely. Amen to that. I want to bring up your book real quick here. It's called Thunder in the Argonne.
All right, there we go. I'm not going to promote the book, but that if you want to check out that book, there you go. So now through a news broadcast, I ain't been speaking shit about what's going on here in Pennsylvania. Please do, Texas. The scummy little bastard, weaselly little bastard wolf. I did, Mama Cookie, and I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you, Bouncer Slab. That's good. And I I gotta give credit to that guy for fighting for that. The scummy little weasel wolf don't even have the balls to come out and face his people, even after being ordered by the United States Supreme Court to do so as well. That was something that was forgotten in that interview. The United States Supreme Court told him to come out and face his fucking people. And not talking about the fucking constituents. I'm talking about the constituents, the people who voted him in. And he ain't got the balls to do it. He's a scummy little fucking weasel. Wow, Bouncer. That's something that people need to understand. He was ordered himself to come out and confront his constituents. And Texas, I've been. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Bouncer. Yes, he is. Um, by the way, Texas, yes, I've been warning of them trying to do that for months now. Uh, I did not know the number of the bill or whatever. They've been trying to push that for a while now. Right now, it's met severe opposition. Not all people in government in the upper government agree with that bill, so it has met severe opposition and severe. It's got to go through severe changes before it could even be considered, and one of which is to drop the mandating of federal licenses to shoot your gun. Hillary Clinton was the one that first helped draft that bill back in Obama's day. So hey Kev. So Hillary Clinton helped draft that bill back in Obama's day. Hillary Clinton had every intentions of passing that bill if she became president. She wants us to be exactly like Australia with our guns. And that would have made it a step easier and a step closer. So There you go, Bouncer. Oh no! What I'm talking about is that gun bill that they've been trying to pass in the up there in Washington D.C., Richie. That gun bill is what I'm talking about. But yes, he will. I believe. I think he's already learning to swallow, Bouncer. That's why he's trying to send his goons out, and he's a coward to do anything himself. He wants to send his freaking goons out. I intend to, Rainbow. On both accounts. On both accounts. Yes, that's another thing that you're there in New York. They're having problems with the same here. Yes, and he is now liable. for personal gains to be taken from him, as well as governmental gains can be gained through lawsuits. G-Mon Pam. He is now. No, it's not a closed panel, KW. You're always here. You can always come up. You can come up anytime, buddy. I just ain't put the thing out. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right, Bouncer Slab. You're right. You can come up. You can come up. Anybody's welcome up here on my panel. I'm sorry I haven't put out the link in a while. So there's the link. It's out there. And you're right. His goons cannot legally enforce that. It's not a law because it came from the executive branch. The only people that can make law is the legislative branch. He is an executive branch, and I've been saying this for damn near a month and a half now. He is executive branch. He has no right to make any laws, and no one has the right to enforce them. I understand that. Make it, Mister. Make it worse makes it better. uh, yes, I agree. Hey, uncontrollable. How are you, buddy? Um, I think him and a few that senator and a few others also. I think more so than the few others, but I think that senator may have helped. Got you, KW. I think more so than. Hey, how you doing, buddy? I think that senator may have helped. Got your YouTube going. It's back bleeding.
I know. Let me turn my YouTube off. You'll go ahead. Go ahead. I just want to stop in and say, hey, buddy.
Hey, bud. Hey, I think it's the first time I think I had you on my panel.
Yeah, I know, man. Hey, I've been on a few other panels, but it seemed like I don't never get to get on yours. So tonight I said I'm gonna stop by and say hello, man.
You look.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
I'm with you. With you 100%, man.
We need all right now. Everybody needs to be standing and banding together right now.
Oh, yeah. I hear you, man.
Or we ain't gonna have no freedoms. They're trying. They're trying hard. And that Weasley little prick Governor Wolf is one of the major ones trying to do it, and it's aggravating as hell. But it's good to see we now have. Go ahead.
They're trying the same shit in Texas, but it just ain't working out too good for them in Texas. But it's amazing what they're getting away with. You know, they're getting away with a lot of crap. You know.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Down there in Texas, they got away with a lot of crap, but I think a lot of crap's going to be nixed. The people, they're realizing the people are getting tired of this shit.
Oh yeah.
And people are.
I see a lot of that. I seen people standing up here in Texas that I really never thought I'd really not see stand up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's about time for them to start standing up. But sometimes I wonder if it ain't too late, you know?
Well, right now, this was the eye opener. I always said it would take something to drive everybody together before we can
Right.
get anything done. Well, they're realizing right now every wedge that they place between race, religion, everything else is starting to fail. And the people are coming together and banding together. And
Right.
they're realizing this. And the ones that are power hungry, like Mr. fucking Wolf, who's a coward and runs and hides behind closed doors, and kills elderly people. He should
Yeah.
be that scummy little fucking bitch Levine should be indicted on murder charges,
Yeah.
not just resigned, indicted on murder charges for
Yeah, I
her
was watching some of that.
Yeah.
Some of that what you had on a while ago. You know, though, it man, it surprised me to see the people standing up for these bars and hair salons and cafes, Second Amendment activists packing. I'm talking about their strap. Now, what they done in Odessa to them guys was unreal. I don't know if you've seen that, but Ted Cruz is our senator in Texas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That man went up there and got him a haircut at that same salon. I don't know if you followed that or not.
Awesome. No, I missed off on that.
Yeah, Ted Cruz went and he downgraded the government, and he's a government official. I mean, but he's for the people. He flew all the way to Dallas and got his hair cut at that same place.
Good.
Where that lady opened up her salon at. I was really, man, I tell you what, it almost brought tears to my eyes. But what they done in Odessa, Texas, they disarmed them guys, and which all that ain't gonna turn out too good for them.
Right.
You know. But I'm glad to see people standing up. It's time for the people to stand up.
Yep. It is. And like I said, it was going to take, I've been saying it. It's going to take something something big to drive the people together and realize we have a common enemy before things will get done. And this is it.
I hear you. Carolina, how you doing?
It has
I didn't
drove
mean to
many of
interrupt
us
you, Sam.
together. Huh?
I was just telling Carolina hello.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No problem. It has drove many of us together.
I think it pushed us further together. Tammy, I really think the country needed this.
Yes. And it's bringing us together, and things might start actually getting done for the people once again, like it should be. Hopefully it don't go as far as anything worse than what it's already gone.
That's a hell of a name, Mr. Make It Worse.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, KW.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good name. How you doing, bud?
Doing all right. They're supposed to be having a protest. I think it's June the 6th, around Odessa.
Right.
Yeah, they're supposed to have a big one up there. That local sheriff is trying to put a stop to it, from what I understand.
Yeah,
he's wanting to call in the military. He's wanting to call in all kind of backup up there. It's unreal, you know.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, that sheriff's fucking up.
Yeah, he is. I was thinking about strapping on about 2 or 3 AR-15s and see what he can do about that with about 100 of us up there.
Yeah, a couple hundred of us up there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been right down the road for me down here in Old Ocean, and News Now Houston. A bunch of them guys was up there, and Extra Good Citizen was up there at that bar, and nobody showed up over there, man. The lady sold out a beer, and they had a great day up there. But buddy, everybody was packing. I like to see that.
Do you know what got me? And this is something I realized. Now it takes 14 days supposedly 14 days for the coronavirus
Yeah.
incubate to where it can be found
I
on a
hear you.
test. The day you opened up beaches in Texas, out there
Yeah.
on the east side, on the Gulf side,
Yeah.
uh, uh, they said the coronavirus patients and the coronavirus detections jumped up immediately by 200 the first day and 2,000 the first day and 3,000 the next day. Now, how in the fuck can that happen when they've been preaching it takes 14 days to be able to be detected?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah,
How
I
many
saw that.
14? Like I was talking to some guys the other night. How many 14-day trials we done been through? You know, we done been through like 3 sessions already of 14-day trials. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Locked up.
everybody's that way, Richie. Not everybody's that way. I'm seeing more and more people brought together by this than drove apart. But you are right. There are a lot of people at the store that look like that. And if you look at them dead in their eye and say, quit being a fucking coward and go to North Korea, like I've done 2 of them myself personally,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
uh, they start wising up how wrong they are.
Yeah. You know what's funny, Tammy, here where I'm at, and I'm along the Texas coast. I haven't seen a lot of that. I haven't seen no a lot of. I have seen a lot of shutdowns, cafes, bars, as far as wearing masks and stuff. I haven't seen a lot of that. Now it's starting at Walmart a little bit, and I don't know if we're that far behind, but I just don't see it like y'all do
It ain't
more
that
up north, I
it,
guess.
it ain't that you're that far behind. It's you were that smart to realize that this is a bunch of bull malarkey.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it shows you where the true backbone is in the United
Right.
States. Is in the South, and not a lot of Northern people don't have backbone. As far as governmental people, um, people here are being threatened their jobs if they don't wear a mask
Oh yeah, yeah.
and things like that. And things like, and then you got to wear a specific mask. You can't just wear any old mask. It's got to be their mask.
I
Well,
hear
you
you,
know, here
CFW.
about 3 weeks ago. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go
So
ahead.
go ahead, one of y'all.
I was just replying to CFW's chat.
Okay. Dang. I think he may have hit the wrong button or something. Uh, but yes, we need to start ignoring orders. And you did ignore the orders in Texas, and that's what they're starting to do here. The citizens are growing backbones here, and they're starting to ignore the orders here in
Yeah,
Pennsylvania. And
yeah.
they're telling Wolf to go fuck himself. And now he's threatening to take away fundings and business licenses and everything else. And then calling the people that are the true heroes cowards. He's the fucking coward. And if he wants this, he should go to North Korea. They will probably love him there.
Well, wasn't there a deal up here a while back where that woman that had the hairdresser place, they put her in jail, and the governor said we're not going to put anybody else in jail for opening up their salon.
Here in Pennsylvania, I don't think so.
No, that was in Texas, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was in Texas.
Yeah, yeah, I think that was. I'm trying to keep up on all this stuff, but
Yeah, yeah, it gets confusing after a bit. It is hard to try. I'm telling you, when you
I'm
got
telling
50,
you,
when you got 50 states with all sorts of different problems going on, and then you realize, oh my God,
yeah,
it can be overwhelming.
yeah. I just seen something on Hawaii here a while back that Hawaii's fixing to lose all their businesses because they ain't got no tourists over there.
Yeah, they everything is failing because of lack of business
Yep.
anywhere. And like that representative said, he said people are starving to fucking death because they can't do nothing here. They're going to tell you to fuck off, and if you push too hard and crush too hard, it may get worse. And that's not a place that we want to go. None of us want to go there. Okay, but people are going to fight back to keep from starving. None of us want to go there.
KW's back.
Yeah, KW came back.
Hey, I apologize about that, Tammy. My scanner went off on me, buddy.
It's all good. It's all good. It happened. We all have that problem. Hell, I've kicked my own self out of my own chat. So, and I've had other reasons why I've dropped out of my chat before. So don't worry about it. And I've had other reasons why I've dropped out of my chat before.
Can you hear me, Tammy, or no?
Yeah, I can hear the YouTube, and I can hear you as well.
Can you hear me, Tammy, or no?
Yeah, I can hear the YouTube.
I hear you, KW.
Yeah, you're gonna have to turn down that YouTube though. So it's
No,
bleeding out.
my scanner, my local scanner went off on my phone.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Are you sure it ain't the government doing it?
It could be. You never know. Right now, I'll tell you that.
I hope not.
I mean, these people don't like us.
I'm on my phone. I
talking
can't hear nothing but. Yeah.
Here, let me try switching us around. Come on. Can you hear now? Can you hear anything now,
Okay,
KW?
can you hear me now, Tammy?
I hear you fine. You can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, I hear you fine.
Yeah, right. I can hear you.
Can you hear us make it worse?
Yeah, yep. I can hear you.
Okay, good. Awesome. We're good.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, heck, I got a buddy of mine lives over in Oak in Oklahoma.
What's going on?
And I live right on the state line. And I was coming back from his house. And when I hit the state line and come back to Arkansas, there's a big sign up there that says, anybody out of state, do not rest here in this area. Or do not rest in this state. So in other words, what they're telling me is anybody comes out of state is not allowed to get a motel room in the state of Arkansas. You're going to have an ID that says you are in the state of Arkansas before you can even camp out in a motel room or a hotel room, whatever. And I'm like, holy crap.
That's stupid, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. You got a better chance of getting fucking bed bug bites than the coronavirus.
Yeah, literally, especially at some of the motels.
Yeah.
The only time I ever had bed bugs in my life came from a motel in Arkansas. So you know.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't sleep in motels in Arkansas.
Yeah, they wound up having to pay for me to get my house tinted. They had to pay for me a whole new wardrobe and everything. The Motel 6 franchise was not happy.
Yeah, well, the one over here in Van Buren, it burnt down and they never did rebuild it. So I guess after your lawsuit, they couldn't afford it.
Probably. I nailed them pretty good because I'm sorry, you ain't gonna give me bugs like that. That's I was so embarrassed when I found out I had them. The embarrassment was beyond belief.
Yep.
And so I've never seen it. I didn't even know what the hell it was. I saw one crawling on my arm.
You hanging around the wrong women, Tammy.
No, I actually was going down some rivers, and I stopped before I started down the rivers. I stopped at a motel, and that's where I got it. And I wished I would have never done that. I wished I did what I intended to do and just stayed out in my tent on the side of the river. Instead, I thought I'd have one last night of luxury. That was a screw up.
Yeah. Well, bed bugs are a heck of a lot easier to get rid of than
I hear you.
crabs.
I hear you.
A heck of a lot easier to get rid of than what?
Crabs.
I don't know. I ain't never had those, so I don't know.
Oh, that's awful.
All I know is in bed bugs. I saw that one crawling on my arm, and I looked at my friend. I said,
Tammy, am I
"What is
still
that?"
echoing on your end? Do I need to leave and maybe
Yeah,
come back again?
you're echoing some. Yeah. Uh, I thought you still had your YouTube open.
Let me go ahead and log all the way out, and if I can get back in, if not,
All right, that's cool. I
I'll
understand.
talk to y'all later. But I'll try.
All right. Yeah, okay, KW.
I'm gonna take a smoke break. I'll be right back.
All right. Make matters worse.
All right, thank you, Tammy. Take care,
Anytime.
Mr. Maker Worse.
Hey,
All right,
nice.
guys. Thank y'all. I'm gonna try to get back in a little later.
All right,
All right.
nice,
Anytime, KW. Go ahead,
nice
Nick.
meeting you, buddy.
Yeah, he's welcome here anytime. I like him. KW's cool.
Yeah.
I saw that thing crawling on my arm. I had to say, I even had to look at someone, a friend of mine, and say, "What the fuck is that?" And he had to look it up on the fucking internet, find out what that bug was. We neither one of us knew what the fuck it was, and then it came back and it showed a perfect picture of that son of a bitch thing, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is fucking disgusting." And when I said I'm getting a lawyer, they said, "Oh no, don't do that, don't do that." They didn't want that fucking bad name, you know, because evidently they had this problem before, and they sent a tenting crew. They give me a whole new wardrobe. Told me to go ahead and throw my other clothes away. They would send me. They sent me like I think it was $600 for clothing, you know, and I mean, it was they made it right.
That's good.
But the only time I ever got bed bugs was right there in Arkansas, yeah, and it was in a motel. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it, man.
Where's you at in Arkansas?
Right there, right there by Mammoth Springs, Arkansas.
Oh, I don't know where Mammoth Springs is.
It's about as north central as you can get in Arkansas.
Oh, so right there above Little Rock then.
Yeah, right there on the state line. Right there on the state line with I forget the name of that town there on the other side of Missouri, but it's right there on the state line. The spring itself that the town's named after
Yeah.
is half in Missouri and half in Arkansas. It's
Okay.
it's one of the biggest springs in the United States. It puts over 1.7 billion gallons an hour in water. They had a they had a hydroelectric dam built on it at one time. Then they let the hydroelectric dam go. They shut it down and all that. But now the water just goes over it, and then it makes the Big Springs River. That's
Yeah.
where I started my boat trip.
Uh,
Uh,
you're
I
probably
went.
that,
Go ahead.
that might be a roaring river that flows off into that.
No, no, the Roaring River is over more west. I know where that is too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's more west. But Big Springs River goes right into the Black River. The Black River goes in the White River. Then the White River goes in the Mississippi, and that's how I went.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't never been up in that area.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, if you ever get a chance, now it's a hard. There's a lot of portage areas where you have to have portage your stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Take your stuff out of your boat and
Right.
move it around to another side, and then bring your boat over it, and da 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 da. Uh, but that Big Springs River is a beautiful river. I literally was going down, and I was we sound depth. You know what sounding is, right?
Yeah.
Where you tie a rock to a rope and drop it down, and then you got your footage
Yeah.
mark up a rope. Well, we sound depth these rocks, and I used to have a picture of it. Unfortunately, someone stole my phone. They had it, but it showed. We had it marked at every 10 feet. The rope at about the 41 foot mark is when that rope hit the rocks that we were looking at through the water. So you can see 41 foot deep. That's how clear that water was.
Yeah.
That was like, oh my God. And you could see the fish just swimming everywhere and everything. It was freaking amazing, man. But the pictures I had, unfortunately, were on another phone that I don't own no more because someone else decided they needed it more than I did.
Yeah. I understand that one. I hate that.
Hmm. Yeah, I do too. Believe me, because there were some cool ass pictures on there. Like when I was camping out, the ice storm that I went through, and everything else. I also showed. I had I had screenshotted the temperatures at that time and everything else on the phone. And what the wind chill was at that time and everything else. I'd already screenshotted the night before the temperature and everything. I had a whole freaking almost like a diary or a journal of my trip on that phone.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Hmm. I mean,
Now,
I got to see all sorts of freaking ducks. I I actually showed the game and fish that they had a bear in the area that they didn't even know was there. He about shit when I said, dude, I saw the bear. I was talking to the game and fish because he came down there. He saw my fire going. What he was doing was checking to make sure that the woods weren't on fire because he wasn't expecting a fire to be out there at that time of year on the riverbank. And he saw me and he came over and started talking to me. I offered him a cup of coffee and he sat down and had a cup of coffee with me. And we talked and I was in general talking. I said, yeah, I saw a bear up the way. He says, what? There ain't no bear in this area. I said, get in a boat. We paddled up there and I showed him where the footprints were of that bear. He's like, oh my God, there ain't been a bear in this area in like 15 years. What the frick? He about shit himself.
well, say your Bayo Bandit wants to show you some picture of his nubs.
Oh yeah, he shows me his nubs every now and again.
Well, I'm gonna pass on that.
Uh, oh wow! If you look at the picture that's showing my uh, um showing my channel right now, it shows that fucking prick wolf and that fucking bitch Levine, and then it says exclusive interview with Central Guest Senator Douglas Mastanero. That guy's fucking awesome,
Oh
and
yeah.
he remembers what his oath was about, and that's what's fucking awesome about it. And it's about time. It's about time that fucking cops realized they took an oath for the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are.
I hope so.
I mean, what I've been I've only been searching this stuff for about I don't know 6 months,
Hmm.
and I've been seeing a lot of stuff, and it all started with this guy in Fort Smith there that got busted,
Hmm.
and now they're putting like 6 felonies against him. They raided his house. It's crazy.
Well, I've seen some stuff happen to a couple of people down there in Texas. With that old boy with Almost Park and all that down there in Texas. That should be something you to look into too.
Yeah, and it's starting to wake him up now because I think he's got most of his charges dropped,
Good.
and I think the internal affairs are starting to get into it too. So
It's about fucking time.
I'm telling you,
Goddamn time. Because I'm sorry, some of you cops got way out of whack for a long time down there in Texas.
yeah, yep,
I
a
mean,
lot of them did.
I watched a video where a peaceful demonstrating Second Amendment person got arrested because they would not give up their weapon, and they had the right to carry the weapon in your state. Okay, it's an open carry state, and their M14 was on their back. Okay, and they had no right to even ask them to relinquish the weapon. Okay, down there, and they refused to relinquish their weapon, so they arrested the person at a Second Amendment rally down there. It was like, what the fuck is going on? You know, and now all charges and everything else were dropped on this person, but they were trying to bring resisting arrest charges and everything else on this person. Uh, um, because they refused to give up their weapon. Uh, they tried to say that there was several other things that they tried to get that person on. I forget, and several of them were felonies as well. And they said, and then they got their lawyer, and the lawyer said, and in a matter of days, everything was dropped. You know, but why the fuck are these cops going after a peaceful demonstrator? They had the right to carry the weapon and doing what was right by state law to arrest them because they said they refused to relinquish their weapon because they wanted to see their weapon. That's bullshit, people. You know?
The blue thin lines was causing that.
I know. Well, their blue thin lines starting to crumble
It is.
in places. Some places it's still holding strong. And as you've seen, it took a senator to stop state fucking pigs who took the same fucking oath as any other cop to defend to defend this country and its constitution against foreign and domestic enemies. I hope there's a fucking state trooper out there listening right now from Pennsylvania. Domestic enemies mean people who go against the Constitution here in the United States. People, I hope you're listening. And you arrested people that are going by their constitutional and God given rights is wrong. You trying to enforce a suggestion from a little pimply faced little twig pussy man is wrong.
I agree.
So, and I hope some state trooper here in Pennsylvania heard that and he gets his eyes open because they need to listen to that. That's what a that's what a domestic enemy is. Someone taking the rights from the people, trying to assert themselves as God or a ruler, and not doing the work, not being for the people and working for the people.
Yeah, what bothers me about that is Pennsylvania. It's a pretty big state, and if you get in the city part,
Mm-hmm.
These people probably ain't even gonna know that. They're just sheep. But now you start getting into the wooded side of
Yeah, it's a
Pennsylvania, then they're going to, that's where, okay, no, you ain't fucking with me. Excuse my
mhm.
language.
Yep. And I'm seeing that, and I'm damn
Yeah.
proud to see it. And I am more in a more rural area, but I am not very far from the state capital.
Right.
If I decided to get a wild hair, I could walk it in probably about 3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah. Well, I live in a rural area, but if I go in town and just take this for instance, okay? I had to go do something for Cox Cable, and on the
Mhm.
sign it says no firearms for by Cox Cable for my internet. And I'm going, why would they have that sign at Cox Cable for my internet? There's no reason for that.
Right.
Of course, and I am carrying, but it's concealed.
Mhm.
It's my eh, dude. That's my Second Amendment. I can carry my
Right.
gun anywhere I want to,
Right.
and I walked right in there with my gun on me. Of course, they didn't see it. It's concealed.
Right.
But I mean, this is a public place. I mean, I might be wrong on that because their policy says I'm not allowed to carry a weapon on their property. But what happened if I was in there and some freaking terrorist come in there shooting?
Mhm.
Nobody in there would have had a weapon except for me.
Right.
So I could have took the shooter out.
Yep. Easily.
Yeah, before they shot 5 other people.
Right. And that's what these people ain't understanding. If you fucking outlaw guns, or make it to where people can't have guns, or make it to where it's damn near impossible to get guns, only law breakers will have them.
Yeah, but
And the unfortunate thing is you're going to make perfectly good, law abiding citizens at this point into non-law abiding citizens because we have the right, and we know we have the right to have them. So
right.
if you try to take that right away, we ain't giving it up.
No, but now look at this. If I were got caught carrying a concealed weapon in there,
Hmm.
they will throw the book at me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But if somebody would have come in there and started shooting everybody up, and I shot the shooters, they probably would have declared me as a hero.
Right.
So that can go
Well,
either way, dude.
well, they might have done also like they did that old boy up there in New York. That old boy did shoot a shooter. Okay, he was shooting at people out in the crowd, and he shot him. At first they declared him as a hero, and then they declared him as having a gun that he wasn't supposed to have, and put him in prison.
Exactly.
Even though he didn't have no felonies on him, but it
Right.
was a gun that wasn't allowed in New York City.
Right.
So they declared him a hero for stopping it, but still put him in prison for having a gun that he wasn't supposed to have. That's some fucked up shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I got another story. Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
That is the area you are not supposed to have a firearm at all in that district.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Two guys was on leave or whatever,
Yeah.
and they come out of Virginia, got into the district there, and they realized that they still had their firearms on
Mm-hmm.
them. Now, this is just a story that I've heard from my instructor. Now, don't quote me on this if it's true or not, but
Mm-hmm.
this is what he was telling me. I haven't done any research on it or anything, but they realized that they still had their firearms on them. So while they was in that district, they pulled up to the police station and told the officers that they made a mistake and they was carrying the firearms with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then went to the police station to turn them in for them to keep them locked up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they arrested them for carrying a firearm into that district, and they had to spend like 2 or 3 years in jail for it.
That's some fucked up, stupid shit right there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I mean, that's what. Now, this is what my instructor told me. Now, like I said, I ain't done any research on it. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's just what
Mm-hmm.
he told me. This was during the class. I don't know if he was trying to pose like watch your rules or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've made several trips from here to the East Coast up in that area,
Mm-hmm.
Delaware and that area, and every time I got off, I think it's what is it, 86 goes on to 66, or no, it's 88 goes up to 66.
Mm-hmm.
And you start heading east. When you, yeah, I think the first gas station I got to before I got into Maryland, there, I disassembled my weapons and tore them apart. Had ammo in one suitcase. Had to slide over another suitcase. Had the clip over in the breather, because that's the way you
Right,
had to do it.
right,
Because nothing, all your gun parts had to be separate to where you couldn't slap it together.
right. Well,
But
I
yeah,
got one for you. This is still a law, and they almost put my uncle in jail for it. And well, it was what I wanted to say 10.5 years ago. In Alabama, it's still illegal for a Native American to own a firearm. My
really,
uncle, yeah, and my uncle was a card carrying Native American, always has been. He don't actually carry the card, but he is registered on the Native American rolls because his parents registered him on the Native American rolls. Okay, so when he got pulled over because he had a headlight out, and then the cop realized he had a concealed weapons permit from Florida, and they realized that he then realized he was Native American on the rolls, and he come out and he says, "I see you're Native American." He says, "Yes, sir." And I'm sitting right next to my uncle when this happened, and he was polite to the officer. He said, "Yes, sir." He says, "Do you have a weapon in your truck?" He says, "I don't go anywhere without a weapon in my truck." And that officer said, "Well, you need to step out of your truck now. Native Americans ain't supposed to have weapons in this state, and you should know that, being that you work for the Game and Fish Commission of Florida." And my uncle says, "Do what?" And that officer said, that officer says, "Yes, I'm taking you to jail." And he looked at him dead in his eyes. He says, "You really want to do that? Do you really want to take me to jail?" And that officer looked at it, stopped, got his. He says, "Yes, I do." He says, "That's fine." He says, "Let's see how well that law holds up in the courts when I take it past your state Supreme Court right straight to the United States Supreme Court. Want to try that, boy?" He says, "As a Native American, I have that prerogative." Which, as a Native American, they do. They can bypass state Supreme Courts.
yeah,
That's something that's pretty cool for a Native.
yeah.
And he said, "How can you do that, boy?" He says, "I'm Native American." He says, I sat on Native American councils in the White House. Do you want to try me?" And they said, I'll let it pass this time, but next time I catch you in my fucking state, I'll arrest your ass. And then we'll see how far it goes."
Tyrant.
Yep. And my uncle said, "Have a good day, sir." And turned around, got in the truck, and left. And he drives every time through the state. Well, while he was alive, he drove every time through the state of Alabama, going over to Louisiana with guns in his truck. 9 times out of 10, when he was going to Louisiana, he was going to go duck hunt. And he sure in the hell wasn't mailing them sons of bitches to Louisiana when it cost almost $600 to do that. When he could just break them down, put them in the fucking truck and drive through. You know, he was driving through anyway. But them fucker, that fucker was a tyrant motherfucker. But he found out that he ran into a Native American that knew his rights to do what he could do. and, he,
Exactly.
and that he fucked up with that one. But I couldn't believe that it's still, and we looked it up, it's still on their books. Native Americans cannot illegally right now possess firearms in the state of Alabama. At least it was that way 10 years ago. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Well, they got good insurance too, bud.
What do you mean good insurance?
Well, buddy of mine, he's got I don't know, he's a third Indian. I don't know what uh tribe he's from, but um he don't even carry insurance from work because he don't need it. He's got the tribal insurance or whatever it is that he says that he's got.
Right. Yeah, see, my uncle didn't take the nothing from the government. He don't want it. Or even the tribal government.
Yeah.
You got to remember he knows that costs money, and he was the Miko, and in layman's term or white man's term, that would mean the chief. But the true meaning of a Miko means a servant of the people. That's the true meaning. And to accept even the insurance or any other thing, that would be showing he's not serving the people. He's serving himself. Okay. And that's why he refused all that stuff. And he took care of himself through his own job and his own works and everything else. And he was a great man uh, that way.
Yeah. No, this is just his regular health insurance.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My uncle
Yeah.
didn't take that. He didn't take none of that. He supplied it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he knew the people needed it more than him. Okay,
Right.
it took money to have that. Okay, and his money, as a matter of fact, he paid for 5 people to get health insurance. Okay,
Gotcha.
5 different people because they couldn't afford it either at all. Okay, nothing of it. Okay, so he went ahead and supplied it himself. The guy had bought it for them. You know what I'm saying? Paid their bill for them. They That's what the way he was. But then again, he also knew enough medicine that I think he went to a doctor 7 times in the time that I knew him, from the time I was 12 to the time I was. I mean, actually I knew him, but I didn't really stay around him at any given time until I was 12, and that was up till I was 38. Uh, 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 I only seen him go to the doctor 7 times, and then were for checkups for work,
Yeah.
mandatory checkups for work, and that was it.
Yeah.
Okay. He never went to the doctor other than that, and he knew all sorts of medicines out in that wild that uh, people wish they knew. I can tell you that now. I probably didn't even get 1/10 of his knowledge before he passed away,
Uh,
and it saddens me that I was such dumbass and so consumed with other things and not learned that. But I know
you was
enough to
probably young.
survive. Well, 38 was when he passed away. And that was when I was starting to settle down and quit being stupid and really wanting to listen to it. Well, unfortunately, it was too late.
You,
Um,
you ever been
but
stung by a scorpion?
Yes, I have. Hurts.
What'd you use? Yeah, what'd you use to fix it?
I used what they call deer potato. It's also called snake button root by the white people.
Do you know what I used?
Well, probably tobacco.
Nope, I used a 1 gallon jug, a glass jug, like one of them kinds that the old folk singers use that to blow in and make that noise with. Woo, woo. Yeah,
One of them old ceramic, like moonshine jugs.
exactly. Yep. Filled full of gas and stuck that dude right on top of that sting.
Okay.
It pulled that pain out.
Hey, whatever works. Some of these old remedies do work.
Yeah, yeah, it
But
seems.
there's a thing out there called snake button root, and back in the day, that's what they used for snake bites.
Yeah,
Because it will sit there and literally suck that crap out.
right.
And I remember I got stung over 72 times by yellow jackets.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was weed eating, and I hit that yellow jacket nest, and they just ate my ass up. And, and
you, you wasn't fast enough, was you?
and I went. Oh no, I wasn't. And I looked like I went 10 rounds with Mike Tyson, buddy. By the time they got done popping me, my face was swelling up. It looked like my eye was all swollen shut. My nose was all puffed up. My lips were all popping out. They
Yeah.
stung me all over my face and head. I mean, my buddy got me to the house. He crushed up a whole bunch of that deer potato root and put it in a blender so it was a powder, and then
Right.
he freaking got it all into a paste, made it into a paste, and slathered it
Right.
on my face and on my neck and my head and all that. And you know what? The next day, I didn't even look like I got stung, and I didn't even feel no pain.
Hell, I wish I would have had some of that when I was younger.
Yep, that's the. I had a friend. She had a brown recluse bite on her butt cheek. Okay, she had been going to the doctor for almost 2 months, and the hole kept getting bigger. They couldn't get it closed
Right.
up, nothing, with all the antibiotics and shit. And I said, "Girl, let me go get you something." And
Did
I
she
told
let
her,
you look at it?
"Yeah, yeah, she did." It wasn't nothing that was exciting. Believe me, it was nasty. Uh, 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 now, after it was healed, then it was good to look at. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I got her some of that deer potato root,
Yeah.
and I put 2 slabs of that on there, and I put a patch over it, a gauze bandage and a tape. I said leave
Right.
that there. I said leave that there for 3 days. On the fourth day, pull that thing off, and she did, and she pulled that deer potato root popped right out, and that hole up closed up, and inside of about 2 weeks, it was completely healed.
Sweet.
And two
Sweet.
month 2 months though, they couldn't get the hospital couldn't get it fixed.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. So I would suggest looking up what they call snake up button root on the internet. You can find out what it looks like real easy.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna check that out.
and actually, I got a couple of videos on my shit way back when I was still down in Florida, where I showed some of it
Yeah.
and all that because I was pulling it up, so I had what I needed. You know, I got some here with me now. Even if you keep it in a good dry spot, a good dry cool spot, it'll stay good for a year.
Yeah.
Don't let it, once you dry it out, you want to hang it and let it dry in the air that way. And once it's dry, which it'll take about 24 hours to 48 hours to dry out in a good air conditioned house, in a normal setting, without air conditioning, it may take up to 4 days for it to dry out. But once it's dried out, keep it in a cool, dry area, or in a paper bag is preferable. because paper bag will soak up the moisture away from it.
Right.
You keep it that way, it'll last for about a year, and then after a year, you want to go ahead and get something new. So try to pick it in the spring, or pull it up in the spring, and then the very next spring, get rid of it, and then do it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie that was called The Mask?
Yes. Yes.
That guy that had that messed up face?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Well, there's one day, I was probably about 11. I might have been 12. I'm 52 now, so that's how long it's been.
Mhm.
But we had some boxers when the doghouse out there in the corner. Well, we went for a ride to go. My dad was a exotic bird lover. He had kind of like a farm with exotic birds,
Mhm.
and we come back from the trip, and I had to pee really, really bad.
Mhm.
Well, apparently the doghouse right there at the corner of the house where the chain link fence was, and there's a gate there. The dog stirred up a bunch of red wasps,
Oh, dang.
and I had to pee real bad. I mean, we lived out in the country,
Mhm.
didn't have to worry about anything. But the chain link fence was there to keep the dog. I mean, the chain link fence went around 3 acres.
Right.
The dog had all that room to roam.
Right.
And when we pulled up there, I had to pee really, really bad. And I guess whenever I opened up the gate, the dog ran into the doghouse or something, stirred all them wasps up,
Mhm.
and it felt like 10 people hit me with baseball bats in my face.
Yep. And it hurt.
Oh
It
my
hurt.
God, it hurt.
Yep.
The next morning I got up. Guess who I look like?
What? like I did with the yellow jackets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, I mean, my eye was completely shut. I
Mhm.
couldn't even see out of my eyes.
Yep. Yep. They'll fuck you up. Wasps ain't, them red wasps ain't nothing to sneeze at. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. Yeah,
But
they screwed me up.
yep. And my
Oh,
uncle, my uncle ran into one of them fucking nests on a tractor out in the woods in a management area, about 10 miles from nowhere. Okay, and he got popped 22 times before he got away from them. Okay.
yeah.
And what had happened was when he was going through and he went under this low hanging palm tree leaf, and it
Yeah.
knocked the wasp nest down onto the tractor.
Well, man, what? Let me stop you on this just for a second.
Okay?
This is what made it really bad, is because my dad says I was antagonizing him. I was antagonizing the wasp. I was like, that. No, all I want to do is go pee.
Yeah. How'd you antagonize?
But anyway, go ahead.
But he not had that dang wasp nest got knocked down onto the tractor. So and he didn't know it, and they just came up and ate his ass
Oh
alive.
yeah.
Well, he got to the truck and he unhooked the trailer that he brought the tractor out, got in the truck, and drove that 10.5 miles to the little store, the little out in the middle of nowhere store. That was the closest store to him. And he got in and he's staggering like he's drunk. And according to our buddy that ran that store, Jr., he said it looked like my uncle was drunk. He comes
Yeah.
staggering in like that. He said he was going into anaphylactic shock, and
Yeah.
they sat there. Thank God they had packages of Benadryl there, because
Right.
if not, he probably might not have made it because the nearest hospital was over 45 minutes away by chopper.
Yeah.
Where he was at. So he may not even made it. So thank God they had Benadryl there. I'm not saying there ain't Benadryl's a great thing, to help you keep from going into anaphylactic shock and shit. So don't think I'm saying go get yourself some snake button root and
Right.
rely on it. Benadryl's a great thing. It saved my uncle's ass. Okay.
Yeah.
And he had to wait around almost 2.5 hours there at the store before to make sure he was going to be all right to drive. Okay. And
Yeah.
then when he went back, he said it was the hardest thing he ever had to do. He went back, he hooked that trailer up, he found that wasp's nest and got it off the tractor, and he torched it. He had some WD-40,
Oh
and
yeah.
he used a lighter.
Yeah.
Torch that fucker, because the wasp had all landed on it, and torched it, burned them up, got rid of the nest, got back on the tractor, drove it up on the thing. He said that was the hardest thing he had to do because he could barely see out his eyes. He said he was sitting there doing this with one eye, holding it open like this so he could see out that eye. It was so swole shut. And
Oh yeah.
when he got home, his wife, he looked so bad. My aunt, because I was there when this happened. He walked in the door and she said, "What the fuck you do to the truck?" Because he looked like he went through a car
Right.
wreck. So I mean that's how bad he was. So needless to say, that was the first words out of her mouth. What the fuck you do to the truck?
Oh yeah. Well, the next morning I went with my parents. They ended up taking me to the doctor or the hospital, whatever, and they ended up giving me a shot. You know.
Yeah, they probably gave you a Benadryl shot, is what they did. And then they also got that other shot, like the EpiPen. That's something different. I forget what that's called. But they might have gave you that too, so it counteracted everything. You want to get a helicopter pad in your backyard, huh, Panty Raider? That's funny. That'd be nice. Having your own helicopter, having your own helicopter pad in your backyard. That'd be nice. Well, guys, yeah, I've been on for 3 hours. It's now almost 1 o'clock my time. I'm getting a bit tired. So make it worse. I appreciate it for you coming up here, sharing your stories and stuff.
Oh yeah. I got back in touch with you now. I had to go to the bathroom and take a leak.
That,
I must
uh,
lost signal.
oh, okay.
Anyway.
But yeah, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate KW and everybody else being here.
Yep.
All up on my panel. I appreciate everybody out in the chat. I do.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yep. It looks like Panty Raiders wants a helicopter pad and his
yep.
backyard or something.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Having your own
Yeah.
damn helicopter and everything.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But y'all have, but everybody, I hope y'all have a good night. I am out of here. Y'all, I hope y'all have a good rest of your night, morning, or evening, wherever the case may be.
All right. See you, Tammy. You
Later, bud.
take care, bud.
Yep, you too. I am